The investment, or lack thereof, coming through from Tridents mean that every kill that goes in their favour is a positive one. Again, set piece goes out towards A. James down very low. He did have that 5-7, able to dink up Tasty. But no kill found just yet. As GlitchTech, they line themselves up for a 5th. Again, I do apologise for the wee little technical issue we had there. It should be all sorted, fingers crossed. I don't want to tempt anything, but it should be alright. Tridents now, they're going to save that orb on Maple Disruption. Hoping to do a bit of damage here or there, potentially on some exiting players, but they show no interest. They'll take down Yazoo towards Mini. This push comes back around, they're going to exit towards T-Spawn. Maple Disposition. He'll be surviving into next, and with that orb and 7k in the bank, he's going to have a fairly wealthy buy. As GlitchTech now 5-0 they lead against Tridents. These CTs haven't had a very good start to this game. We're going to see a full buy come out from them. Orb in the hands of George. But most of these players have brought down very, very low early on. The only real player with some form of economy going into next is Maple Disposition. Contact made towards Ramp. Flare going to take down Sermis early on. James as well aggressing towards Ramp, hoping to maybe catch out the odd player, but Tasty is already towards observation. The push is about to come through towards this B site. The only real player who can trade this is Maple Disposition. The mantle of responsibility landing firmly on his shoulders. Pulsar's going to hit a lovely little shot there onto James. George going to find Aphex on the rotation towards Ramp, but Flare's there to trade. For the Tridents, they've got one player left. 1 versus 4. Sat back towards Lockers. Towards Lockers, my apologies. Towards Vents. As we're back on our way, he realises at this point the round might be done for. He'll take down Demcoli early on. Switching to that AK, looking to do a bit more damage, but it is really a hard situation to be in. Especially when you don't know where anyone is. A jump shot coming through from Pulsar. He's trying his luck a bit early on. A little bit of damage done with that nade as well. Pulsar hits this, I may have to scream. Instead, he doesn't really go for it again. And the problem with Yazo taking so long to rotate away, it means that he can be hunted down, and that's a very real possibility. We come up from those vents, and he's just able to get away. The grace of time going to spare him just a little bit of HP. As we head into round 6 now, GlitchTech they lead, oh sorry, round 7 as GlitchTech lead 6-0. Tridents again going for early outside control. James with a very aggressive position. Going to try and maybe catch out Aphex as he swings wider. He will. That's a nice opening. Looking for Demcoli as well, but nothing gets past him twice. Pulsar able to trade onto Sermis as well. As George now caught outside by Demcoli. He backs away at the last moment. GlitchTech, they're in prime position to make this 7. Making his way forward, he'll spot Maple early on. That nade's going to do a bit of damage to him. Follow-up nade as well, almost there to finish him off, but by the grace of God, he survives. As YZ0 going to try and spam through. Husty will find Flare early on, but again, it is just a one-man disadvantage, and potentially even more so than that. As you know, he'll find Pulsar. Maple Disposition, he does only have 7 HP, but with an AK, he can still tear players' heads off. He'll actually dink Tasty down from behind. Tasty legging Yezo as well. As those attack down players, they realize this round is a bust. 21 HP total. Or 20 HP total. Sorry, I cannot do maths. 20 HP total. They're going to back on away. And for GlitchTech, this will be their 6th, and more importantly, their 6th in a row. Tasty, he's not even going to allow some of these players to save. As Demcoli takes down one. So we'll trade onto Demcoli, but for GlitchTech, when you're 7-0 up with a bomb plant, economy is... It doesn't exist for them. It's not a worry and it won't be a woe for a very long time. We're going to see, again, Tasty post-buy on 10k. Demcoli with that 6.4. Pulsar with 7 as well. Tridents taking him on a full buy, but the only real play with anything is why is at 0. It's 6k in the bank somehow. George going to be taken down early on. Has GlitchTech just on fire right now. So Sermus trading onto Tasty, a nice little tap down. James finding one of his own onto Demcoli, and for the Tridents, this is the first time we've seen some convincing man advantage going in their favour. Maple holding for the push as well towards ramp. As Bolsar gets taken down, it will be on Aphex to trade. Jump comes across, scope comes in. Won't matter though, Maple finds Flare and Aphex finds himself in a 1 versus 2, turning his attention back around. He'll take down James early on, wary of a follow-up push as well. This is going to be a mighty difficult sight to hide. Aphex just jumping around that corner, looking to do damage here or there. As Yazoo comes back around from behind, Aphex, he might turn at the right moment, but Yazoo, he isn't going to be peeking. Contact made early on. Aphex will lose his head. And for the Tridents, this is going to be their first round of the game. Made early on as well as Tridents now again just playing a bit aggressive towards outside, but with our Flare going early. Sermus finding one, James finding 2 of his own, responding in turn, but Aphex will make it 2. Yazoo gonna get another trade. Aphex makes it 3, but the trades just aren't enough. Aphex, he's found 3, but he needs more than that. This was players coming out, he'll spot one more, almost on for the ace, but Maple disposition is going to secure a 2nd for the Tridents. And it's going to force GlitchTech into a potentially bit of a re-evaluation of strategy. We've got Aphex only on 4k. It will be AKs coming out around the board, as well as utility to support it. Question is, can they maintain this sort of buy? I have to see James missing his smoke early on. Almost thinking of a look at Sermus to say, what have you just done to me? Zoo on top of Hut, he'll be taken down early on. Sermus there to trade. Sermus finding another one. Pulsar there to trade. Possibly being dinked by his teammate. Unfortunately, as we'll continue seeing kills go either way, James and Flare having a bit of an interchange through that smoke. Molly's forcing Maple disposition back as well. As James finds one, Pulsar wary of that push as well. Turning back towards Heaven, he'll take down one, Flare finds another, it's all on Maple disposition, and Pulsar has to seek refuge in his own smoke. He's got a Molly to help him. Looks like Maple actually wary of where he could potentially be. The tap comes through. The flash goes out, and suddenly this is looking awful for Pulsar. However, he'll win it. And he'll secure GlitchTech. The 8th round. 8-2 they lead against the Tridents. And this is looking really rough for the CT side. They've effectively been reset. So we're going to see another force buy come through. The only player who can afford anything is YZO. And I'm alternating between names for him because I genuinely don't know what to call him. As... oh, GlitchTech, they're going to maintain these 5 rifles. Going on forward as Sermus, he'll spot down Aphex early on. Demcoli as well, taking down George. As Tasty takes down Sermus, and suddenly for GlitchTech, this is looking really, really positive going forward. Attacks made. Apex not quite spying that player jumping towards site, but Dem will. So finally won the trade step. Trade's going back and forth as Tasty finds one, turns 180, looking for a second, unable to find it though. As Maple Disposition comes forward into mini, taking a bit of molly damage early on, dropping to 25 HP. And Flare's going to find him through that smoke. GlitchTech with 9. And at this point, when you hit 9 on a T side of any map, that's kind of the boundary of when, no matter what happens, that's a good half. And even if you're on the reverse, you hit 6 rounds of the T side of, again, any map. 6 is enough for it to be manageable without it being too difficult. As the Tridents, as GlitchTech start entering that realm of double digits, they are really going to be in trouble. That is an entire round away. Tridents going for fast control towards lobby. Flare finding one. Flare making it 2. Switching to P250. Turning around. Spamming towards ramp. YZO, he probably doesn't expect the third with GlitchTech. They've already established control towards outside, but they don't have the bomb. As the flash goes out, the push comes back around. Hostile's going to take down YZO. And it means that the Tridents, they've got 2 players to defend against 4, making their way forward for this bomb. Hostile makes it 1. Pulsar makes it 3. And GlitchTech need no one else as they hit double digits. 10-2 they lead. And for the Tridents, they have got a awful buy ahead of them. They're going to see the Eagles come out. No armor on most of their players. And they are really up the creek without a paddle right now. Looks like it will be a fast push towards outside. Contact made early on. As house spotted from Silo. Won't matter though. Tasty losing his head. James, a nice shot from him. Aphex there to trade, but as he's about to be swarmed, he needs more than just a flash. James ordering for Pulsar, as he'll take him down. Maple finds Aphex, Sermis finds Dem, and it's all on Flare. Just like that, GlitchTech have melted. And Flare, he'll be able to get this plant, and so he does have the blessing of time on his side. Nothing Molly as well to delay any defuse, but it really is going to be a difficult situation for him. He'll take down Sermis early on, turning back around, finding Yazoo as well. 1 versus 1. Flare turning back around. His spots James. Damage done either side. No kill found just yet. So that nade will do even more damage. He taps it. Flare, he knows it's a 10-second defuse. He runs through it. James is going to find him though. 15 HP left. But it's enough. The Tridents, they'll make it 3. And for GlitchTech, they're going to have to look for 12 max as we enter the penultimate round of this first half of this first map. We'll see a little pause come through from GlitchTech as well. Fortunately, we don't quite know what sort of pause this is. Technical, tactical. If you're on GlitchTech's side, maybe it's a chance to discuss strategies. We've seen Trident go very heavy towards the outside. What are GlitchTech going to do to respond? We're going to see a double orb setup come through as well. Tridents, they're cutting no corners on this investment. We've got 4 players with about 6k or more invested. 5.7 on Sermis, 5.9, 6.5 and 5.8. The only real player who skipped on some cash is Yazo, but he's already been able to save that gun that was dropped by James early on. The pause comes through, the round starts, and for GlitchTech, this is their chance to cement a lead going into the next round. Sermis dropping that molly early on towards Squeaky will mean Tasty takes a lot of damage. Tasty's actually going to fall. And GlitchTech, they lose that initial player advantage that they're so used to having. They'll start being legged down as well, and the Tridents now, it's starting to find their stride, starting to get a feel for this, I think, predominantly English side of GlitchTech Primis. Sermis looking to jump up on Huts. He'll lose his head early on to Dem. Maple able to trade onto Pulsar though, as the set piece again goes on out. GlitchTech with only a 1-man disadvantage going on ahead, but they're going to dive into vents as they set up for a B take. It's a fast turnaround. That door's going to open. The plant will come through instantaneously. And Tridents now with not only a site to take, but a statement to make. As Demko is going to take down Yazo. Sending his attention back towards Vents, keeping that behind clear. For Flair, who's fighting from center site, this AWP can be a bugger to fight, but what a shot onto Maple there. Instantly deleting him. As George now going to look to try and find Flair. James coming up from behind. Will find Aphex. It's all on Dem. He rang out a few shots. Unfortunately, it was the mistimed play. He'll find James now. 1 versus 1 against George. Can he win it? Tap comes down. Flash goes out. The push comes through. And it's an easy 4K for Dem. He'll secure round 11 for GlitchTech. And he's going to put the Tridents onto yet another poor buy as we enter the final round of this first half. Spotting Sermit early on, and the Tridents things go from bad to worse. James above on Hut with his P90 looking to drop down and trade. He will. Pulsar's going to fall. The question is, will he get a bit more aggressive? We'll have to see. George on outside as well. Needs to be very careful. Aphex, he's hungry, and he's about to feast on George's head there as it gets taken clean off. Flair as well towards T-Spawn, looking to catch out the odd player, as both James and Flair take a bit of damage. He backs on away. Instead, contact made early on. James falling. So, trying to trade. He'll try and spam down Tasty, especially, but he'll eventually find Dem. Falling down to 20 HP. Contact continues to be made. He'll back on off. Tasty with his max 10 will be the only real player who can kind of maintain an aggro position. GlitchTech pushing towards this B site, and the Tridents have nothing to try and trade. Again, AXM10 at this sort of range towards center site is going to be awful to use. Maple, he'll swing wide towards observation. Aphex is going to tear his head clean off. A 3K from him now. There's Yazo now. 20 HP remaining. He'll come up from ramp. Tasty's aggressing on forward. And with a smoke on one door, a molly on another. He is just effectively locked out of this site. The remaining players from GlitchTech are low. So continues ringing out the odd shot. Nothing too extreme. If he's not really got any way to push. And that's it. Flair tearing his head clean off. GlitchTech, they lead 12-2 on the first map of Nuke. Unfortunately, I don't quite know what the veto is, so maybe Trident are just really bad on Nuke. That or GlitchTech have just played the half of their lives. For this round, we're going to see a fair bit of utility come out from the Tridents. Maybe some smokes, some flashes, and an outside push. Pelsar's going to spot this early on, backing on away as best he can. The only utility for GlitchTech is going to be 2 flashes and a kit. So push comes through towards a site. Can it be held? Aphex peeking wide. Flair finding 1, Aphex finding 2, and 3. That's beautiful. As it's all on Semis. He'll fall instantly. Tasty will find him. And Aphex, those sort of antics are just going to tear you through this map as GlitchTech, with a 10-round lead, are going to look to humiliate Tridents on this opening map. Unfortunately, I'm going to let you guys into a little secret. That's GlitchTech. They can't close out maps. So this isn't over until it's over. Mkala going aggressive towards ramp, waiting for that flash to go on through. He'll spot 1, not quite spotting a second as that deagle from George is going to tear his head clean off. But Tasty there to respond with 1, almost with 2, but damage done either way. Pulsar with the XM10, it works for him as he takes down disposition. The plant comes through from James. Yazo with the Steagle looking to tear some more heads off. Pulsar will be spotted early on. There it is. That's the first. A bit more shots into the body just to make sure he doesn't get up again. As James towards close ramp. Looking to catch out these odd players. Yazo with the steal. He needs some heroics right now, and that's just the start they need. He'll take down Tasty. Flair will find James in response. Yazo finds himself in a 1 versus 2. Plant comes through, the stick is hurled. So spamming that smoke, finding 1, looking for a second, the defuse comes through. And eventually he'll fall, but Yuzo, what an effort from him. Almost winning the 1 versus, well, almost winning the 4K and the 1 versus 3. Instead, he only finds 2. And GlitchTech, they're going to find 14. That's GlitchTech again on a fairly convincing buy. The only real lacking area is Tasty's scouts, but when you're hitting heads like the rest of his team is, it doesn't matter the gun you're using. Pulsar tools outside with this AUG. Gonna spot disposition early on, dropping him down to 6 HP. And I love this. He's not getting aggressive. He's not trying to overextend for this fight. Instead, he backs on away. He knows they have to come to him. And he waits like a coiled python. It's GlitchTech side. Their decision making, it's so subtle, it's almost subliminal. As we'll see, early smokes go down towards Hut. George pushing on forward. Going to spot contact towards ramp early on. Dem taking a bit of damage. Samus being dinked down by the AUG as well. It's starting to ring out. Pulsar, the coiled python strikes. He finds one, almost finding a second. The response from A will be Flare taking down his zone. Trade almost coming through, but Dem's going to take down James. That bomb's going to roll out to Hut. And with a scout, that's an impossible angle to fight. Flash goes out to potentially help out George, but what can you do? Tasty towards ramp as well, but the scout, a bit of an odd angle as George will tear his head clean off. 3 versus 2 for GlitchTech. They've got a bomb. They've got 10 seconds left before they hit 15. And for the Tridents, they've got no guns to save. Demkolai's going to hit a beautiful little 2K there. And for GlitchTech, can they close it out? 15-3. We scored this scoreline literally an hour ago from the other team. It ended up being 16-10, so the Tridents, they could absolutely make a comeback because GlitchTech are physically unable to close out a map. Can they break the curse? We'll have to see. Smokes go out towards the outside. Pulsar holding firm with Zenfos, swinging wide, being taken down instantly by Maple. We'll continue seeing shots ringing out through these smokes, but no kill found just yet. Instead, GlitchTech, they're going to do a fast rotation towards B as the Tridents, they've got a site to take. Next point of contact will be Flare. He'll find one being taken down instantly. The Tridents now, they're starting to hit these trades as disposition will fall down to 7 HP. Trying to clear observation as early as possible just to make space for his team. George will find Tasty. It's on Dem and Aphex. Dem can take down one. Yizzo there to trade. Aphex now 1 versus 3 coming in from ramp. Push comes out, a bit damage done either way. No kill found yet. As he's holding firm, waiting for that swing from James, but there's none to be found. He'll start shifting on forward. He knows he's got to make a move and soon. Yizzo swinging wide. He'll take him down. The Tridents, they're going to make it 4 for GlitchTech. Their buy is going to suddenly be very, very poor. Again, the Tridents going for this fast outside control. GlitchTech with only pistols, and the odd M4 in the hands of Aphex are going to be on the fast rotation, actually cutting down players early on. James going to fall from Silo. Disruption there to trade, but every bit of damage right now is going to be really painful for Tridents. Tasty with that 5-7 going to find one Aphex there to trade. George going to take down Aphex now. A 2 versus 3 for the Tridents. Can they hold this? Or will they fall? And so you'll find Pulsar. 2 versus 2 now. GlitchTech shifting down towards double door. Tasty fighting contact, but Yizzo, that's a great little spray down. And Tridents are going to make it 5. GlitchTech still with a 10-round lead going on forward. The question is, can the Tridents make up for it? It's going to be an eco coming through from GlitchTech, but they have the rounds to play with. As Tridents, we'll see M4s and AKs round the board. This airstrike of nades. Will they land? Again, it's outside plays from the Tridents. These nades are going to do a lot of damage, actually. As Disruption is going to fall down, or this position is going to fall down very low. George from behind will take down Flare. George actually looking for a second Dem there to trade. Pulsar now from behind, swinging wide. He'll dink up some players. These Trident players are going very, very low, but there's no kill to be found just yet on them. Uzo will take down Tasty. He'll take down Apex as well. It's all on Dem Coli. He's found one. He's looking for a few more. He's kind of hovering himself around outside. It looks like he was looking for that M4, but oh, that's just heartbreaking. And for Dem Coli, that is soul crushing. Dem finding Sermis early on, not quite finding his gun though. Let's turn around looking for it. I think he was able to. So there's a trade though, a 3k from him. And the Tridents, they're going to make it 6. They're doing a bit of a comeback here. Mounting it on slowly but surely. Again, it's going to be a negative buy from GlitchTech actually as they go for fast outside control. But the Tridents, they realise they've exhausted that route of attack. Instead, they're going through ramp. Contact about to be made early on as they push on forward. Getting to this B site, and there's no real trade. Flare finding George early on, contact made. Service swinging wide, able to trade onto Pulsar, and as Flare, Dem, and potentially Tasty as well, all melts. It's going to be 7 for Tridents as they start warming up, they start feeling things. And they're really going to start getting into their groove now. Again, Tridents now going for outside control against the full buy of GlitchTech, but this time GlitchTech are armoured. James finds Flare. George is there to trade onto Pulsar as kills continue going either way. Pulsar found through the smoke, and again it's Apex and Dem. They're 2 versus 3. It might just suddenly be Dem there. That spray looks disgustingly close. As the plant comes through, can Dem cancel it? We'll have to see. Not quite swinging on ramp though, and that's going to be to his detriment. Push on away, Dem spotting him, Molly pushing him back towards the corner, but he'll still take him down. Aphex and a 1 versus 3. Pause coming out from GlitchTech, and Aphex, he's just going to back on away. They'll push on to T-Spawn. He's going to hold on to the M4, get an utility that comes with it. And he's going to hand Tridents the 8th round on the silver platter. Another bomb plant for this Trident side. As we have this timeout come on through, the question goes out for GlitchTech. What can you do to beat the Tridents? Well, from an uninformed position with a caster, I think that GlitchTech could definitely do with an AWP, and they should start giving them outside and fighting them on the push towards B. Tridents, they only work when they're in a group and they can start trading effectively. For GlitchTech, if they can just split it up, hold the sites effectively, and use that AWP that we've seen oh so dearly in the hands, I believe it's Afek or Tasty. It's worked perfectly for them when they've had it, so just let them use it, let them get some early kills. There's no shame in giving up outside. For Tridents though, working together has been their key. Their trades are on point, they're doing damage together, and they're really effective together. I would love to see them start hitting A though, because GlitchTech, they're going to get wary if you only ever go B. Again, GlitchTech now going for lobby control, coming on forward. George finding one, the trade going back, but Dem finding another. Kills going either way as Aphex finds one more, backing on through. James falling to 11 HP as well. Contact still bringing on out. Aphex finds one more, turning back around, almost finding yet another. James falling to 2 HP. Pulsar, 20 HP, gonna fall to Yazo. 4 HP remaining, a 2 versus 2. Aphex on 9. James on 2. We have a bit of a lull in the rounds, and as contacts made so early on, the Tridents, the question dawns to them. Where do they go? And for GlitchTech, can they hold it? Tries making a bit of noise towards outside, just getting on top of Silo, clearing what they can. Aphex, I would love to see a bit of a creative spray down from him, but he chooses not to. As the bomb of the Trident starts making its way around towards Secrets. Aphex holding the off angle as well towards Huts. He just needs to not get too confident. Instead, it'll be on Flare to come up from behind. Instead, he remains passive. The Trident's now coming up to heaven. It's going to be a final destination of A. Can GlitchTech hold? 25 seconds left. There's not much time left. Trident's about to make noise very quickly. Aphex will be the point of contact. He is what matters right now. So he'll drop down. Smoke goes down towards Huts. That's perfect. And Ames is going to find Aphex. 10 seconds left now. Flare's made it up out of vents, making his way back around towards lobby. Yazo, the only player with HP, actually will be potentially caught out right now as Flare makes his way around. Spotting him early on. Not quite, actually. As they bump into each other in the smoke, they just shift around each other. As Flare finds Yazo, it's all on James now. Turning back around, taking him down with just 2 HP. He'll win the 1 versus 1 and secure Tridents their 9th round. We have another match point from GlitchTech here. And yet another bye coming on through. We're going to take a look at these rounds in a row now. It's 6, potentially more from the Tridents. Can GlitchTech shut them down? We'll have to see. It's a double up setup coming up on both Tasty and Pulsar, as Tridents go for outside control early on. Point contact will be Tasty, as shots about to ring on out. As the outside control comes through, players diving into Secrets. As an shot rings out from Pulsar, he's forced to back on away, turning back around, he'll take down Sebas. James turning back around, then while spraying, he'll take down one more. Flare there to trade onto another. 3 versus 4 now. Tridents a man disadvantage. And, well, James is going to have to lead the charge towards this B site. Push coming through. Maple going to be taken down by Dem Colai. Just Yazoo and James now. 2 versus 4. James finding Dem Colai. The push continuing to come on out as Aphex looks to fight a bit longer. He's falling. It's all on James. 1 versus 3. Swinging wide. Taking down Tasty. He's on for the ace. Can he do so? 1 versus 2 now. He's found 3 already. He's got time. He's got utility. He's certainly got the skill. So go quiet towards Secrets, giving GlitchTech a chance to potentially doubt their actions. As Aphex holds firm, holding double doors. Just trying to get into the head of James. 30 seconds left. He'll make his way down towards single door, realizing it's closed. It's going to be a very difficult site to take. Push comes up. Doors opened. He'll spot Aphex. From behind, the plant comes through. Aphex is going to take him down. And GlitchTech, they'll take map 1 of Nuke. 16-9. Again, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in just a moment with map 2 of this best of 3 series. Fortunately, I don't know what the map will be, so it's going to be a surprise. I've been your caster, Crema 3, and don't go anywhere, as we'll be back soon.
Fill me out with your smile, while the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out. I will let you win this game. Didn't when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
Hello and welcome back to GlitchTech Primis, taking on the Tridents. We originally saw Nuke, a first map of this series. GlitchTech won it 16-9. They were 15-3 up for the longest of time. Tridents mounting a bit of a comeback. Can they maintain that momentum on this map? We'll have to see. Tridents, their utility being 2 smokes, a molly, 2 flashes. Whereas GlitchTech, they maintain 3 flashes, a smoke nade, and kit. Have to see what they can get done with it, though, as the Trident set up for a standard push towards A. As that short smoke goes down, Tasty, he knows what he's in for. That nade doing a little bit of damage early on. He looks like he was almost going to run through that smoke for a second there. Pulsar under bout, can attack down Yazoo early on, turn attention back around, finding James as well. Turning once more, trying to find one more, though. As Service will find one. Maple Disposition going to find Pulsar. Service finds another, and George takes down Aphex. Everyone's melted, and it's all on Demcoli. He'll spot George doing a bit of damage, but it's no kill just yet, and he wants more than that. As he'll be spotted, Maple takes them through the smoke. And the Tridents, they make it 1-0. And again, GlitchTech going to be forcing up. We're going to see the odd scout come out. The odd Max 7, the odd shotgun, and Tasty opening out. We'll do a bit of damage early on to George, but more rifles going on forward. Aphex swinging wide on connector, wary of a push from elsewhere. Let's see just what he can get done, though. As the push comes forward, the shotgun, a flare, he jumps at the wrong time. Maple's going to tear his head clean off. Contact made, and he knows better than to re-peek. Also coming up from short, will take down George early on, able to pick up that Galil and maybe look to snowball with it. Aphex as well, showing the potential to potentially come. The potential to come out to connector. Hoping to find one of these lone players. We'll have to see if he can do so, though. As the Tridents, they back on away. Their attention is towards the speed site. Set piece goes out. Flare hits Nova, wins the Nova War. Jumping up again, looking for another. Spotting the heads of these players. He's found one already, looking for a second. Turning back around, dinking up Maple. Pulsar there to finish him off. Pulsar with his Galil, finding one more. On for the 4th as he keeps stabbing down. The Flare, he'll finish it off. A wombo combo from Flare and Pulsar, securing GlitchTech their first round. Tying it up 1-1 and pulling the predominantly English side back into this. And for those who actually know the Tridents, could you say in the chat where they're from or where they're based, so I can do poorly timed pop culture references that no one will understand. Setting up for a standard push towards A, probably going to go through this smoke. Okay, Aphex just holding firm, looking to catch out the odd member. The Cola going to take a bit of early damage from George, but it's nothing too extreme. The Tridents, they're just looking to explode to the site, but they're taking too long. The rotations come through. Aphex, he'll find one. Looking for a second. He'll find it. On for the 3rd now. Stacey and Connector looking to join him for these kills. The Molly going to force Yazoo out of position. He'll be taken down. As Pulsar finds one more. It's all on James. He's trying to get away. Pulsar knows it. And he's not going to be able to escape. Pulsar's going to secure GlitchTech their second. As the Tridents enter. Bit of an eco going on forward. Again, the Tridents on just pistols moving on forward. They haven't actually seen many guns come out from them just yet. They go quiet towards B, looking to make it contact play. And for GlitchTech, this is where their utility usage is going to come in prevalent. A little bit of an early nade, doing a lot of damage from Flare there. One more jump spot should seal the deal as Pulsar drops a nade of his own. That's perfect. A double kill coming forward. The AK starts ringing on out the harmonic thump. As James will be able to trade with that Glock. Looking for a second, actually, as Tasty takes down Yuzo. It's all on James now. 1 versus 4. He'll find one more with this Glock, actually. Entering a 1 versus 2, picking up that AK. One for the ace, as he'll turn back around. Scout to find him, though. As Demkolai wins the 1 versus 1 for that site control. Late rotation coming through from Aphex would have denied a plant regardless. But the GlitchTech, they start pulling away from the Tridents in what could potentially be a harrowing repeat of what we saw on Nuke. Again, that's a lot of damage done towards mid as the spam comes through. Pulsar with that ult, looking to catch out the odd player, going for a fast connector play. Instead, he'll scope on up, spotting that player early on. George going to fall to Aphex as he aggresses from connector. So Missy with just 30 HP as well. And for the Tridents, not only have they got a man advantage, but they've got both a utility and HP disadvantage. Stacey right now. Flash goes out. Swing comes in on mid, but Missy there to trade. As they tie us up. We're going to see James aggressing from ramp as well. Going to catch out Demkolai. He will. He'll lose his head. And now the Tridents. This smells like a bit of an A-take. Aphex will hear that player push into window. So Missy going to be taken down. Aphex just surviving from that molly tick damage as well. The Tridents run on out. Pulsar takes down James. Reaggression comes on through though. Yazoo able to find Pulsar, great into the AK. It's 2 versus 2 on our hands now from the Tridents as they push forward towards A. It will be Flare that point of contact. Let's say Aphex for a second there. And Flare, he's calm, he's disciplined, and he'll just back on away. He'll sit back in CT and wait for the plant to come on through. And through it comes. Plant goes on out. Push comes through. Flare taking down the first. It's all on Maple disposition. 1 versus 2. Backed away towards ramp like a cornered tiger. Question is, can he bite? As our smoke goes down, Molly's go on out just to confirm where he is, but as he'll make noise going towards Tetris. His location will be all too known by the CT players. Maple finding one. One for the second, and he's trying to spam into that smoke. Flare just somehow surviving. He'll swing wide, taking him down. With just 15 HP remaining, dodging those bullets like a feather. He'll make it 4 for GlitchTech, and the Tridents, they're going to have some issues now. They did get a plant, so it means a buy is totally within the realm of possibility. Whether it be possible or probable, they choose to go for it regardless. George going to maintain what looks like just a P250, opting to potentially go for an AWP should they lose this round. Service opening up, tearing Aphex's head clean off. And the failed utility towards mid is going to prevent a bit of a run into window, as George will take actually a bit of damage. The Tridents now with this man and 2-man advantage, tearing Pulsar's head clean off. Flash goes out, push comes through. Yazoo making it 3, almost making it 4. He will make it 4. A beautiful round from the Tridents there, completely wiping out GlitchTech. As we find ourselves a bit of an eco in the GlitchTech camp. However, they choose to force up regardless. Flare with another shotgun. Demkolai with that MP9. You can see the odd Mag 7. As Tridents go for a standard B take. Bit of noise made towards ramp. Actually, I say B take. It's a mid default. As again, controls taken. James going to find Aphex early on. He'll fall to 10 HP though. Still looks back on away. Dem, if he pushes at the right time, will be a bit of an easy trade. As Dem looks to aggress on ramp. James about to fall. He will, as Tasty takes down George in response. Missy able to find him. So we enter a 3 versus 3. And it looks like for the Tridents, B is going to be the point of contact. The mantle of responsibility landing firmly on Flare. VFX's shoulders. He's boosted up with that Mag 7. Pulsar finding one. He's going to ring out shots, and unfortunately that might be the end of him. He'll swing down, tearing the head off Yazoo, turning back around, doing a bit more damage, but not enough. Demkolo's going to find Maple. Samisi is going to find himself in a 1 versus 1. He'll win it, taking Demkolo's head clean off. For the Tridents, that's a 3rd round. For GlitchTech, that is a bit of a worry. Again, GlitchTech now, and just Nico go for an aggressive push towards ramp. James going to spot these players, taking down the 1st and the 2nd, and the 3rd. He lines them up. It's 3 quick kills. Flares responding with a kill onto Maple, but it won't be enough. The Tridents now going to find themselves with potentially a 4th round. Pulse are finding George as well, so does it come at a cost? So Tridents again make it 4. Again, GlitchTech burn down to just about 2k. Deagle's around the house. A bit of utility. George is going to eat that nade early on, falling to 40 HP. And again, it looks like we have some technical issues. Question is it server side? We'll have to see. As again, a contact made early on. Service takes down Aphex. I do apologise for these technical delays. I don't quite know what's causing them. So see Flare holding, Apps taking down Maple disposition early on. George responding with a kill onto Demko, like Tasty finding George. As Pulsar takes down James, he'll swing back around. Yazoo there to trade. We'll find ourselves in a 2 versus 2 now. Contact made Yazoo falling to just 17 HP. Flare on shot will take down Sir Missy. Yazoo now, if he can win this with this low HP, it's really going to be a statement to make. But Tasty from Connector will secure the kill for GlitchTech as well as the round, as they make it 5-4. The Tridents putting up a substantially better fight on this map than they did the previous. And if GlitchTech's dreams of a 2-0 victory are to come true, they're going to have to work for it. Again, contact made towards underpass. Pulsar taking down Maple disposition. And he chooses to just aggress. Nades continuing to go out from GlitchTech as flashes go out, pushes to follow. The Pulsar has been able to get all the way up in Apps, turning all the way down towards T-Apps. As George aggresses from ramp along with James. Contact made towards Aphex. Aphex being taken down. A great little shot from James. Demkolo forced to back on away. That Molly not quite working. That means George is going to fall. James looks to try and get out of Apps. He's spamming as best as he can. Yazoo finding Pulsar on the aggression. James takes down Tasty. 2 versus 3 now for GlitchTech. Submissi takes down Flare. It's all on Demkoli. He's towards default. He's armed and ready. Spotting James, taking him down, turning back around, taking down Yazoo. Won't quite find Yazoo as he'll find him. And the Tridents are going to make it 5-5. Tying it up with GlitchTech and forcing them down onto just Deagles yet again. Again, GlitchTech now going for aggression towards Palace. George is going to spot the first. And Mkolo's there to trade. As the boost comes through from Pulsar as well. He'll spot Maple disposition early on, doing a lot of early damage actually. Not quite finding him though. As James as well towards Tetris. Will spot Tasty, eventually taking him down as Dem looks to aggress from Palace. Contact made early on, but James is still going to find him. 20 HP to his name. As Flap will spot down Sir Missy. And for GlitchTech, considering how poor their investment was into this round, they've done a fairly substantial amount of damage. 17 HP, 20 HP on these players, but they just need to finish them off. Pulsar about to be caught off guard on his rotation as well. Maple makes his way forward. Plant comes down. The rotation tries to come back around. Yazoo, the only real player with some form of buy right now. And Pulsar, if he turns around, this could be perfect for him. But Maple, he'll spot him. Knife comes out. Oh, it's disgusting. Pulsar's going to fall. And Flare now, it's going to be that lone member. For GlitchTech, Primis making some noise towards the ladder room. But the reality is, it's just some little noise from some burning embers of a dying round. Tridents are going to take the lead 6-5. And for Flare, he's going to look to take this AK. It's around 12. Again, Colite finding one, Pulsar finding another of his own. As George finds 2 in response. 3 versus 3 now. Tasty responding on to George, and the Tridents, they're so good at putting these man advantages back in their favour and or making it even with these stellar trades. This will see an execution come towards this B site. Can it be held? Maple, he'll be taken down early on. It's all on James. 1 versus 3. Trying to hold from Apps. He'll take down, or not quite find Tasty, actually. He will find Flare, however. Aphex gets the final say on the matter, though. They tie up 6-6. And neither team is looking to take the foot off the pedal right now. Both of them looking to continue this aggression and continue stringing these rounds together as neither dares eco. Again, mid-control coming out from GlitchTech. The Tridents, their response is going to be a standard execution towards this A site. We'll have to see if they're able to do so. As the set piece goes on down. Contact about to be made. Tasty is just going to drop that molly, and the timing's perfect. He'll make his way towards triple box as more utility goes out, but it's just tickle damage. Contact continuing to be made. Sir Missy leading the charge. So jump across towards stairs, swinging on wide. He'll find 1 as Maple finds another. So Missy mains 2 more as James gets another. And the hold from GlitchTech has melted. Flare, his response is 1 quick kill. Continue trying to spam down George, but he's got so many players looking for him at the moment. George will tear his head off. And the Tridents are just going to inch ahead to their 7th. You're going to see a pause come through from the Tridents as well. Just take a breather as we enter the penultimate round, the first half. And for those of you who are watching, what do you think the score's going to be? And who do you think is going to win? I always love to hear this. Tridents now against the eco of GlitchTech. Can they use this as a chance to gain some momentum, push their way forward, and secure themselves a victory in the half. We'll have to see. GlitchTech with this eco towards Con. All four of them are going to take and run away from that molly. As Maple looks to find this player in underpass. Flair, he's hiding though. Snuggled up in that corner and tucks in. He'll make his way back up. And Maple, of course he's not going to be wary of anyone behind him. He's just checks it. So will take down Aphex early on. That nade's going to help take him down. The push will come through, and GlitchTech, they're going to find themselves the bomb. They've got a treasure better than just guns, but little do they know, it's right there. They choose not to go for it. There's some more smokes go down. So Missy, I don't think that's where he was aiming. As Flair makes his way through apps, he'll drop down, trying to make his way forward. Do you spot this player? He is trying to tap down Maple this position. It's messy. He can't quite do so. Maple turning away, taking him down. And with that, the Tridents are going to have a man advantage. They've been able to retrieve the bomb. And the push comes through towards this B site. They were just inches away from losing it to GlitchTech. The counter-terrorists didn't push far enough. Pulsar able to pick up an AK from George's. They could go for this. They're buying next round regardless. As the push continues to come on out. 2 AKs and a 5.7. I've seen worse scenarios. That's some Curl I spotted. That's a great shot from Maple this position. Pulsar's going to hide. And Tasty's going to join him. The Tridents, they're going to make it 8. Again, Tridents now on a full buy, the last round of the half. What can they get done? As again, they go into this default, just looking to catch out the odd contact, hoping to find the odd player. As Pulsar aggresses in towards Palace, James will be the first player to be found. He'll lose his head instantly. So able disposition aggressing towards underpass. He'll be there to trade, taking down Tasty Fart. As George aggresses on apps, he'll be taken down by Flair. In response, Flair spotting down Yazo as well. He'll be taken down. It's a 2 versus 4 now for the Tridents in a very quick fashion. We've still got 70 seconds left. Maple, he'll find Dem. He'll drop on out. Aphex finding Surmiss. And Flair finding Maple disposition. We're going to go to a quick half-time break as we'll then find ourselves with GlitchTech on that T side. And Trident on that CT side. The team with a man or a map advantage only a round down. And nothing more important to say here. This pistol round will decide it all. As GlitchTech, they're going with 2 smokes, 4 flashes. The Tridents, they hold for 2 nades, a flash, smoking kit. No contact made early on as the Tridents go for the mid-crunch. The set piece goes on out. The push comes through. And Tridents hope to find the odd player through the smoke, but nothing found just yet. Pulsar jumping on across, he'll tap down Samisi as well. That's going to be very difficult for them as the plant hasn't quite come through. The nades are late though because of the delayed plant. Namkolai holding that smoke, the plant coming on down. And Tridents now find themselves in a 4 versus 4. A great shot from disposition to open things up as the push comes through. Aphex under back as well, spotted. George taking him down. George swings wide. Take down one more. Flair trading a 2 versus 3 now for GlitchTech. Can they hold? Flair, he'll take down one. He'll turn back around. He knows there's a second there. Tasty coming up from behind though. He'll take down disposition. Turning back around. James is the last player. 1 versus 2. He'll take down Tasty. 1 versus 1 now. As Flair deleted in that smoke as James is going to secure that 9th round for Tridents. He's got all the time in the world. I shall say that. Does he have all the time in the world? No, he does not. GlitchTech. They're going to win by the grace of time. James with that second shot deserved to win that because that was unbelievable. But we're facing the harsh reality of truths. And that being GlitchTech have tied it up 8-8. We're going to see a full buy coming around the boards on from what looks like both sides. Maple disposition pushing on forward towards perhaps hoping to catch out the odd player, but GlitchTech know the Tridents are on a buy. They know they don't have utility or economy. They're just trying to bait them into a push, trying to catch them off guard here or there. And damn, he was almost a victim to that trap of pushing. Instead, it'll be a little bit of damage done to James with that nade. Nothing too extreme. Push coming on out. James spotting the odd player, taking down Demkolai as well. As we find GlitchTech now in a man disadvantage. Going for a bit of a short play, but George is going to find another. And another! That's a great little 2k from him. And it's all on Aphex. Still full to Yazoo. And that 2k from George was just phenomenal. The Tridents are going to hit 9 in a convincing fashion. Absolutely damning GlitchTech to a awful buy. And again, Pulsar, he doesn't even have armor with this. Again, contact made early on. Yazoo's going to take down Tasty. Flair will find Yazoo in trade. George trying to catch out the odd play. He'll take down Pulsar. Caroline going to respond with a kill on George. So Missy coming up from behind. He'll take down Flair. And GlitchTech, not only have they lost the bomb, but they've lost a lot of hope as they find themselves in a 2 versus 3. Aphex able to retrieve an AK. That's going to go to his advantage. So take down Maple disposition. As James also only on a deagle. Both teams on poor buys here. Dan making his way forward with this deagle. He'll pick up that bomb before turning back around. Samisi will fall to Aphex now as James on shot spotted and he'll lose his head. As GlitchTech tie it up 9-9 and my god do we have a game on our hands. Both teams playing insane right now. As GlitchTech, they only need to get to 16 to win this best of 3 series. The Tridents, this is only the start. If they win this, they need an entire other map. Once again, GlitchTech, they're lining up for a fast A play. The set piece goes out, the push to follow. Pulsar swinging wide, taking down Samisi early on. The trade comes through, though. He's over that deagle, able to trade Demkola, finding one of his own. Aphex on short, finding James as disposition and George. Into 2 versus 4 from Stairs and CT. Demkola just flashing and then smoking off. That CT player, not allowing him to even consider a retake. So we'll jump on up, taking a bit more damage through that smoke. There's a trail of smoke's being made by him right there. The flash goes out. He's actually going to push this. Tasty's going to find him, and it's all on George. 1 versus 4. Mac 10's swinging wide. Flair's little Mac 10 is going to find a very big head. As GlitchTech make it 10-9. They finally take the lead. And the Tridents are going to find themselves a bit of an eco. We'll see the odd bit brought up here or there, just to maybe flash the team in somehow. As we'll find ourselves with a mid-crunch on our hands. Aphex will be the point of contact. Can he take down these players early on? Flash is going on off. He's forced to back on away. Another flash to go out as he backs all the way. The Tridents now a 5 versus 5 retake on their hands. I should say that this position will be taken down. Tasty getting a bit aggressive as well. Then Kurtlo trading onto James will make his way into window. As Samisi will fall. Pulsar's going to find George. Yazoo's going to find himself as the last man. Swinging on wide. Tasty will tear his head clean off. And GlitchTech, they're starting to pull away from the Tridents here. Making it 11. As these CTs are forced to buy up here. Can they stop this GlitchTech momentum? Are they going to be taken down as well? We'll have to see. Also spotted towards ramp early on, making his way forward. James slowly pushing forward as well, as he'll be taking down flares. More contact being done to him. Yuzo finding Apex in response. Tasty trading onto Yuzo. His contact's continuing to go on out. James taking down Dem. A 2 versus 3 now. There's Pulsar gonna spot down Maple, taking him down. And it's George there to respond. Tasty finds himself in a 1 versus 2. And as George tears his head clean off, the Tridents, they're going to make it 10. Again, we'll see the Tridents aggressing towards mid. This time, Dem's able to shut him down. Again, the Tridents at a man disadvantage, but this time they're not so quick to respond. I'll say that's Pulsar spotted towards ramp, and the aggression comes back through from Yuzo. Again, the Tridents, their trades are just perfect. But GlitchTech, they realise with the 4-man aggression, that means there's only one towards B. And Tasty, he's feeling hungry for some kills. He's going to be leading that charge with that AWP. As the set piece goes down, the flashes push out. James, can he hold? As that nade goes out, he'll turn back around, and the Go TV on my stream is going to crash. Either way, I'm a very upset bunny, as we got 20 seconds left. I pray it was just Go TV. As George makes his way out towards B, taking down one, looking for a second. I'm currently trying to ring out shots as GlitchTech finds themselves in a 2 versus 3. Contact being made. Yuzo jumping out early, taking down Tasty. Dem's there to trade. He'll turn back around. He'll find another. Onto the 1 versus 1. Can he win it? It's an important round. George trying to aggress. Smoke goes down as the bomb. Dem caught in the middle of nowhere. As the defuse comes through, the Tridents, they're going to tie it up. 11-11. For GlitchTech, this is a impossibly close game. Same goes for the Tridents. I say GlitchTech because they're the ones on the poor buy. Tridents, this is their chance to take the lead and pull ahead from this English side. James spotting down early. He'll take that first kill, looking for a second. But Demco, like Apex and Flare, respond in kind. That's a beautiful little response. So Apex finds one more. It's all on Yuzo. His location known. He'll take down Dem. That bomb going to be left in the middle of nowhere. Once again, flashes go on off. It's just more flashes to ring out. They don't have anything to respond with, and Yuzo knows that. That bomb being dropped. Apex just making his way forward. He'll take down Tasty if Yuzo can win this. That's going to be heartbreaking for GlitchTech. So he'll make his way back down towards CT. The plant going to be coming through on this B site. Apex, as he's caught off guard in the wrong position. That could spell the end for GlitchTech. Plant comes through. Can it be one? Yuzo going wide. Apex spotting him. Damage being done either side, but instead, Yuzo is just going to power towards the site, hoping to catch out Flare. That he won't. GlitchTech on an eco. They're going to make it 12. The Tridents on a very poor buy going on ahead. Will be Deagles and Armor coming on out. They choose to force as well. decision that might end up being their demise. Pulsar swinging out from ramp early on. He'll take down George to open things up. Apex towards short as well. Not quite sure if he spotted James there. He'll definitely be heard as he makes his way in towards window. As he'll take down Samisi, he'll find James as well. A lovely little 2K, and with an MP9, that's money in the bank. Yazoo on ramp. He'll spot Flare early on. He'll also take down Pulsar, that P250. Being very, very strong, but the nade from Flare, you don't miss nade damage, as it's all on Maple disposition. Coming up towards CT. 4 players to find, and Demcoli won't even allow it to be one. A pause comes through from the Tridents as they look to maintain their playoff lifespan. GlitchTech just 3 rounds away from making it 2-0. So Tridents, they just want to stay alive at this point. It goes from winning to survival very, very quickly. The unpause comes on through. Now for the Tridents. It's Nico push towards ramp, just as GlitchTech go out of ramp. Demcolo finding that first player, but contact's made early on. James finding kills of his own. Apex from behind, as well as Pulsar get their own. It's all on his though. In that smoke, and Pulsar is wary of him being there. They actually run into each other in the smoke. The SP Wars engage, and Pulsar comes out on top. GlitchTech with 14 now, and the Tridents, they can't make any mistake. Two rounds left potentially for GlitchTech. Or it could be 4 or 5 if you're on the side of Tridents. It depends if you want overtime or a victory. As it's going to be a fast speed. The set piece goes out. The flash to follow. The MP9 of disposition will be at hand. As Apex will take damage, but he won't fall. The trade comes through. He'll take down one, turning back away. James fighting him through the smoke, though. So finding one of his own. Flare, that's a trade. Pulsar getting one of his own. James getting another through the smoke. As we're in another 2 versus 2. The trades from both these teams are absolutely phenomenal. Flare tearing George's head clean off. And as Demcoli takes down James, that match point sound echoes through CT spawn. As the Tridents now on the best buy they can muster. Deagles, SMGs, the only rifle is James with a FAMAS. Pulsar comes up from ramp, spotting that Deagle early on, bringing out a few shots, but no kill to be found yet. Again, contact made towards mid. No kill found yet, but more importantly, his position's aggressed all the way through T spawn. He'll make his way back down. He'll spot Flare early on. So look to take him down. Timing not quite there as Flare makes his way forward. And it's so messy. That's just heartbreaking as Flare finds not 1 but 2 on that 180. As Pulsar will find George. The push comes through. It's all on Sermis and James. It's all on James now. 1 versus 5. Coming up from CT spawn, there are players all around him. Now Curlo taking a bit of knife damage from his teammates. As the push comes through, he knows he needs to start hitting some heads. And he needs to do so fast. There isn't much time and he doesn't have a kit. Pulsar the first to be spotted. Pulsar the first to fall. And now the players start moving on forward. Contact made early on, he'll swing forward, taking down Demcoli, that's 2, switching to the AK, turning back around, taking down Tasty. That bomb is ticking very low, he'll stick it, and Apex will take him down. And GlitchTech Gaming, they're going to be going to the next round of playoffs. A 2-0 victory, taking Nuke 16-9, and taking Dust 2 16-11. And everybody, I've been your caster, Crema3. You can find me on Twitter at Crema32, or you can find me on Twitch at Crema32. I've loved casting this all. Thank you so much for coming out to watch this, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.